Hey guys, welcome to my channel Chai and Chapters, and today I am thinking about starting a weekly reading update where I would talk about the books that I read during the week. I don't know how that logistics of that is going to work. Maybe I will post one once in a fortnight or something. Today I just want to share my immediate thoughts because I have just finished Well Matched and I have thoughts. So this book is the third in the Well Met series, and in Well Met series we are introduced to this small town Willow Creek where the Renaissance Fair takes place in the summer and it's all the rage. And this is the third book where we follow April, who is the sister of Emily, who is the protagonist in the Well Met, the first book of the series. I hope I'm explaining this right. So Mitch is part of the Renaissance Fair circle. He is known for wearing his Scottish kilts and doing the choreographed joust, I believe. And April is not really a people person. She likes to keep to herself. She is a single mother, and her daughter Caitlin is almost 18 and she is going to college, and April is finally going to be an empty nester. So it was giving me more of a Gilmore Girls vibes, because April, as you can see, is a young single mother, and she is in her 40s, and actually Mitch is actually a decade younger than her, so there is that angle in the book as well, which I was really excited to read about. So Caitlin is going to college, which makes April an empty nester, and she wants to up and leave Willow Creek. So she is putting her house up for sale, and none of this is a spoiler because it's given in the blurb at the back of the book. And Mitch wants a fake girlfriend for his family event that is coming up. So Mitch asks April for a favor, and she agrees if Mitch helps her to put her house on sale. So what started as a fake dating is what is going to develop into a romance, as we all know the script. So my thoughts, well, I didn't expect too much from the book, and yeah, it didn't deliver too much either. So we follow the entire story from April's perspective, and for me, very rarely do romance books do well when they follow just the heroine's perspective, or any of the single protagonist perspective. For romance, I would love to see how both the characters are falling in love with each other, and where they're coming from, what their internal conflicts are. Mitch is this boisterous, flamboyant young man right from the first book, and that is all that he was in this book as well. I wanted to see more of him. I was thinking maybe there would be layers to him that would be explored. He is not at all a one-dimensional character. He had layers, but the story never really explored his point of view. He was just the love interest that April was attracted to. And if the genders were reversed, this kind of writing would have been called out for the objectification of a person, because Mitch, yes, he is this handsome, tall Scottish man, and that is repeatedly told to us in the book. But other than that, his personality was kind of lacking. Not that he had some kind of redeeming qualities which were revealed in the book, but none of those were explored. Other than that, he's this gym teacher, so he's a caricature of a character, more like. That's what I felt. It would have benefited a lot if he got Mitch's point of view. So I missed that. The pacing was fine. It was just enjoyable. You could just read it when you are craving a simple romance read, nothing special. So that's how I felt about this book. And if I think about it, well, out of the three, Well Met still remains my favorite. I still have to read Well Traveled, and I don't know, I really don't feel excited about it. I'm sure, and Well Traveled, I believe, follows Lulu, who is Mitch's cousin, so we would get to see the more of these two. And believe me, the chemistry between the two were just electrifying. Whenever these two were in one scene, it just lit up, and I enjoyed all that aspects, but I wanted more out of the story, even though I went into it with zero expectations, if you do, because there was much of a plot to begin with. It was just them fake dating, them realizing that there is more to it than fake dating, and there wasn't just I wish I usually complain about the third act, and yeah, this one had a third act, but I don't know, it just it wasn't that good of a read for me. So I would rate this a 3 out of 5. It's a one-time read for me. So that's my immediate thought after finishing Well Matched, and I think I will read The Housemaid next. And because I've been reading romances, maybe that is what is causing this fatigue. So I am jumping into The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I have the audio from Audible as well, so I hope this one goes really fast. There we go. Those are my reading updates for this week. And I will see you with more reading updates for next week. Thank you for watching me rant about this book. I don't want to, berate any book, because every writer puts so much effort, and I really appreciate that. But not every book is for everybody. At least I believe that is not that is the case. So this one was okay, but I am not going to revisit it. If I get the chance to unhaul a bunch of books, this one is going to. So I didn't even highlight or tab it, because the books that I'm going to keep, I will highlight or tab it if I am owning it. So this one I don't own it. I borrowed it from my sister, and I have to return it to her. So maybe I will tab it, but I won't do anything permanent on this one as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one, because I read a few lines from the first chapter. The prologue itself was very appealing. So let's see, and I will update you with more thoughts when I make some progress with this one. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.